Good evening, everyone. Glad to see so many of you here tonight. If I can get everyone to be quiet, please. Thank you. It is quite a lovely evening, but before I get started, there's an elephant in the room I have to address. Tonight is Game 5 of the National League playoffs, and it's a big rivalry. It's a big rivalry between the San Francisco Giants and the Dodgers. How many Dodger fans are here tonight? Any Giants fans by chance? Woo! No, just me. I gotta go over there. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not alone. Thank you. Either way, it's going to be a good game tonight. But what's going to be even more exciting is our State of the City and our Employee Recognition Dinner. So thank you very much for being here this evening with us and missing out on Game 5. After not being able to gather as a community for 2 years, we're very happy to reunite with our community and stakeholders this evening. Tonight's event has also given us the opportunity to celebrate our hardworking staff members that help serve our community, our city, and our residents. This evening is possible thanks to the hard work from our dedicated staff. There's too many to name, but I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for helping me organize and put this event together. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our generous donors and sponsors. Without you, we wouldn't be able to be here tonight either. If I could please have you stand up as I call you. Starting with our community champion level, I'd like to thank Athens Services, Jones and Mayer, NY Engineering, and TransTech, who showed up in full force tonight. Thank you. And a big thank you to our community advocates. Please stand up as well. Red V, Royal Coaches, Norms, Envision Motors. Oh, they're in line over there. They did make it. Norm Reeves Honda, done. Performance Ford, Reynolds Buick GMC, McIntyre Companies, Plaza West Covina, Meritage Homes, Oasis Congregate Living, Transit Physical Therapy, I got tongue-tied earlier, and I'm getting tongue-tied again. Castellanos Family Practice. Without their support, we wouldn't be enjoying this lovely evening. Just a couple things I want to remind you guys. We have a photo booth, so don't forget to get your photo souvenir. It's right outside the pavilion to the left. The restrooms are also located to the restaurant to the left if you need to use them. We do have a bar, so please enjoy. And now we can get the party started. So I would like to introduce the West Covina Air Force Junior ROTC, and will lead us in the presentation of the colors, led by Captain Jesus Acuna Perez. And they will be followed by the West Covina West Covers that will lead us in the national anthem.
Forward, march, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, right, right. Stay, up, left, face, freeze it, colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
Big thank you to our West Covina students who joined us today. At this time, I'd like to announce we will be serving dinner. Our staff will go around and let the tables know when they can go be served. And then we will, I would like to introduce the South Hills Marching Band that will provide music. If I can have them come up on stage. Thank you. We're going to get started with the main event. I would like to introduce the Woman of the Hour, our first, West Covina's first Mexican-Filipino mayor, Madam Mayor Lopez. You can come to stage, please.
the very first time? Raise your hand. Ooh, we got a lot of first timers. Good, wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Paulina. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us on this wonderful night to celebrate West Covina, and especially celebrate all the phenomenal individuals who make sure our city keeps its lights on. Tonight as mayor, I am delighted to share this evening with my fellow council members. So if you could each please stand and wave so they can recognize each one of you. I'd like to present Mayor Pro Tem Dario Casiano, Councilwoman Rosario Diaz, Councilman Tony Wu, Councilmember Brian Tabatabai. So though we may have different views in certain situations, but at the end of the day, we all want our city to thrive. I would also like to recognize other dignitaries who are here with us this evening. We have City Clerk Nicholas Lewis. Nick Lewis. Treasurer Pauline Rosati. School District Board members, please stand up to recognize our school district, West Covina Unified School District. There they are. Covina Valley. And Roland Unified School District. We also have a few commissioners here, and I'll introduce them as a group. So if all our commissioners can please stand up. We have our Planning Commissioner, Community Service and Senior Service, Human Resources, and our Finance Audit. I'd like to also present our city staff. They are the leaders here. We have our City Manager, Dave Carmody. And our MC tonight, Assistant City Manager and Community Development Director, Paulina Morales. Our Police Chief, Richard Bell. Fire Chief, Vincent Patel. Our Finance Director, Robin Bird. Our Human Resource Director, Helen Tran. And we also have Field Representative Danica Mendoza, Office of California State Senator Susan Rubio. And Field Representative Lisa Cepeda, Office of California State Assembly, Blanca Rubio. So thank you so much for, actually, we also have a few elected officials here tonight. So if there's, I know we have one, a mayor from Chino Hills, Brian Jones. And is there any other elected officials here tonight that I missed who came and joined the party or crashed the party? All right, thank you, Mayor of Chino Hills. So thank you so much for all that who are here tonight. We can't wait to show you all the great work that our city, school districts, and all our community stakeholders have done this year. Let's get the show on the road. Paulina, take it away.
I would like to first introduce West Covina Unified School District Superintendent of Business Services, Dr. Du Pasalaca.
Thank you for having us tonight. We're very excited to be here and to be included in this special evening. Let's see if it's got the clicker. There we go. All right, tonight we're happy to share with you our district update for West Covina Unified School District. We're very happy to share. Right here you can see our brand new swimming pool at the Edgewood Sports Complex. We're so excited to share that this summer we had over 1,000 kids learn swimming lessons in that pool. What's so special about this pool is that everybody I talk to in West Covina talks about either they learned to swim in the old pool, their kids, or their grandkids. So we have this pool which will guarantee that many more generations will learn how to swim in that same pool that you or your kids or grandkids learned to swim in. Also at Edgewood, we call it the sports complex because as you can see here, We have a beautiful track and field that's open for the public nights and weekends to exercise. It's a great place to go and exercise after work. We also have these brand new outdoor basketball courts. They have lights, they have glass backboards. They're available for the community to use for either church groups after school when we're not using them. They can also be used by the local rec groups and the travel basketball teams. This here is our CTE Science Building, which if you've had the chance to drive by West Covina High School over the last year or two, you've seen a lot of construction going on. This building opened at the beginning of this school year. The entire bottom floor is a career technical education wing that's focused on robotics and architectural design classes. They have a huge arena in there. Those of you that watch those old movies with your kids might remember Big Hero 6, and they had the robots that fought. We have an actual arena in there for the kids to test out their robots that they build in the workshop next door to the arena. Upstairs, we have 5 state-of-the-art science labs for both chemistry and biology. They're absolutely beautiful. We're very proud of all these facilities, and we're always happy to give any of you a tour that would ever like to come by and see these facilities. This here, not too impressive of a building from the outside, but inside is a beautiful science lab. There it is. This is Mount Sac Early College High School. 4 years ago, West Covina Unified started a partnership with Mount Sac College. And this year, our first graduating class will graduate. The thing that's so special about Mount Sac Early College Academy, students can actually graduate with their AA degree in 4 years of high school. And our first inaugural class, we have 5 students that will graduate with their degree at the same time of their senior graduation. And we have a number of others that only need 1 or 2 extra classes after high school to graduate. This here is our district crown jewel. If you drive by West Covina High School right now, you'll see it under construction. This will be our district performing arts center. It'll have a 650-seat theater. It'll also have a separate black box theater, and it'll also house our choir programs, our dance programs, and our drama programs. This will put on district performances for all of our schools, and it'll also be available for outside groups to rent for special events, even events such as this if we were needing. And then there's a nice picture of it under construction. At this time, I'd like to invite up Lori San Miguel, our West Covina Unified School District Teacher of the Year. We all know that the last 2 years have probably been the most challenging ever for our kids and our teachers. Mrs. San Miguel has been working in our district for over 25 years. She's a 3rd grade teacher at Cameron Elementary School, and she is a superstar. Last year when I had the opportunity to visit her class, we were in the hybrid model. She had half of her class on the screen learning from home, half in person. And when we surprised her with the news, the kids were so excited. They just loved learning, and they loved learning from Mrs. San Miguel. In addition, not only is she our teacher out of over 400 teachers in West Covina, she was selected as an LA County Teacher of the Year out of over 80 school districts and over 50,000 county teachers. More importantly, she is now in the State of California Teacher of the Year competition, and we're hoping to find out in the next couple of weeks that she'll be one of the 5 California State Teachers of the Year. Let's hear it for Mrs. San Miguel.
Thank you so much. On behalf of West Covina, I'm so proud to represent West Covina Unified School District. And as a representative of all the teachers in West Covina, I just want you to know we are so excited to have our kids back in the classroom. And we are working very hard to get them back into the swing of things and to make them love school again. So thank you very much.
I would like now to invite the Covina Unified School District Superintendent, Dr. Elizabeth Endenkaiser.
Good evening. Thank you. It's such an honor to be here. Before I start, though, I just do want to take another second to thank our Board of Education. Joining me here tonight, we have our Vice President, Ms. Rachel Robles. We have our clerk, Ms. Maria Caceres. And we have our board member, Sue Malucci. They are amazing for our school, our district, and our community. So thank you for helping serve us. I also want to give a wonderful shout out to the South Hills High School Marching Band that were here entertaining us this evening. They did an incredible job, and I want to thank our band booster president, Mr. Ron Las Marias, and Mr. Damien Randalls for helping chaperone them tonight and making sure that we had that wonderful entertainment. So in Covina Valley, we believe educational excellence is there for every student, every day. We say no exceptions. It's just who we are and what we believe in. And we have this posted in all of our classrooms as a reminder to our why we're here, and we're here for students. Just a little bit about Covina Valley. I know you hear about West Covina, but Covina Valley is actually part of West Covina as well. We encompass West Covina, Covina, and unincorporated areas of LA County, Irwindale, and a tiny little bit of Glendora and San Dimas. We have one early childhood education center. It serves about 280 preschoolers. We have 9 elementary schools. We have 3 comprehensive high schools, 1 alternative high school that also serves adult transition students and medically fragile adults. We have about 1,600 employees and over 11,000 students in TK through 12, many of whom attend our schools and live in West Covina. I think at the last check it was over 5,000 families. So we love West Covina and all the support that you give to us. We also have a wonderful adult ed program that serves 5,000 students from around the entire valley. We are fortunate that we have so many award-winning programs, and that really is a compliment to you, our families, our students. Recently, you may have heard on the news, Covina Valley was ranked number 5 in the state for reading. So out of all of the schools in California, or school districts in California, and I believe there's 247, we were number 5. Number 2 in LA County, but we're pretty proud of that, and our goal is to go up higher even next year. That was calreads.org. We also offer the IB diploma and the advanced placement diploma for our students. All 3 of our middle schools are considered national schools to watch by the National Forum, and they're recognized every other year in Washington, D.C. for that honor. And that also makes us a district to watch. We have a national AVID demonstration site, and we have California Schools of Character, because education means nothing if we don't have students that have good character. We have Gold Ribbon schools, Title I achieving schools, and annually we're recognized by the California Business for Educational Excellence, just for some of the things that we do. We couldn't do it without partners. We have wonderful partners that help improve our learning and improve our schools every day. We kind of buy into the Japanese word kaizen. Kaizen means continuous improvement, and so we're always trying to improve. We're a member of the League of Innovative Schools for the last 6 years. That's a national organization where there are only 102 districts nationwide that are allowed in. It is a strict application process, And whenever there's a change of superintendent, we have to reapply. And we did, and we were accepted back in last year. We also have partnered with Verizon and ASU University for their innovative learning. We have an MOU for Emanate Health for our students to get hands-on internships here at Covina, and we're Amazon Future Engineer sites. And arts are so important. Some of our students, like you saw tonight, the reason they come to school, it's because of the arts. So we continue to partner with the Los Angeles Arts Ed Collaborative and Mr. Holland's Opus, and we've received numerous grants to expand those programs for the last 10 years. And this last year, we knew social emotional learning was going to be really critical for our students. COVID, being isolated, being at home, learning remotely. So we made it a focus, and we partnered with Yale University. They have a Center for Emotional Intelligence. Our entire district partnered with them. Every staff member is being trained by them in their ruler program remotely. We don't get to go to Yale. But we also applied to be part of their research study, and all 3 of our middle schools were accepted in, and coaches and mentors from Yale will be coming to Covina Valley to all 3 middle schools to work with our staff and help them help students with social emotional learning. So we're very excited about that. We had a bond in 2012. It's almost gone, but it went to good use. We do have state-of-the-art facilities. We are very proud of the infrastructure we have. One of the first things we did with the bond was make sure we had state-of-the-art infrastructure for high-speed technology. When we put this in 7 years ago, we thought about what would it be 50 years from now. So our students were online, and they did have one-to-one devices. So March 13th, when COVID hit, we sent our 4-year-olds home with a laptop, and they were prepared. And so we thank our community for that support. We also thought student safety was a priority, so we put fences up, we reconfigured offices, and we put systems in place to make sure that our schools were secure, including lockout doors. Playgrounds were updated at all of our elementary campuses, AstroTurf was replaced, and we built our beautiful district field and the Dr. Mary Haynes Center, where we have our board meetings and professional development and many community meetings as well. And of course, all 3 of our high schools got new football and track fields, as well as quads. This is a beautiful picture in the middle of the South Hills High School quad. It's a paw print because they are the Huskies. So we tried to make sure that they felt welcome there. And then one on the left, we created learning centers that were really trying to mimic the college feel of a college center. So our students really enjoy going to school. And we have new career technical education pathways and classrooms. The picture on the other side is actually one of our culinary classrooms at South Hills High in West Covina. We are committed to students' college success as well and readiness. We give the SAT and PSAT to all students free of charge in high school. That's all students 9th through 12th grade. And we give it to our juniors twice, or as a junior and as a senior, because we know that early admittance, they have a much higher rate of success of getting into those competitive universities. So we want to make sure they're taking it the spring of their summer year. And we've been successful. We've seen students go to Yale. We had a young lady got a full ride to Princeton last year. They go to Columbia. They get accepted to Duke, Vanderbilt, USC, UCLA, Cal Berkeley, and Columbia. So very much a part of some of these programs, such as our dual English and Spanish, dual Mandarin program, and all of our other programs that we offer for our students. Not all students go to college, but we're going to make sure they're prepared to, so we focus on that college readiness, but on the same token, we focus on career readiness as well. All of our 22 career pathways, I didn't list them all up here, meet the UC CSU A to G requirements. So if they take a career class, it actually counts as an elective for entrance into the Cal States or the UC system. And some of the programs that we have are medical assisting, LVN program, welding, HVAC, engineering, robotics, Students leave with all sorts of certification, including FAA drone certification. So if you're ever in need of somebody to do some drone piloting for you, come see our students. You can hire them out for them. We're committed to our community, and this is probably one thing that I'm most proud of. We closed on March 13th. It was a Friday. March 15th, our nutrition services was up and running serving food. We were extremely concerned about children not having food in our community. And from that time until last June, they served 1.8 million meals to our families. We also have our technology support services. Matt Spellman's not here tonight, but he's one of our tech support services, and he was actually recognized as the State Classified School Employees of the Year as one of them. He would go to mobile home parks. Mobile home parks, there's an issue with internet and the way the bandwidth goes, and they limit the providers that can go into those parks. And so we sent our tech teams out to our mobile home parks, troubleshooting, figuring out why hotspots weren't working, and working around issues for our students to make sure they could learn even though we had COVID. So we love our team, and most of our employees also live in our community, so we're very thankful for them. We care for our students. We're doing everything we can to make sure that they're re-engaged in school. And last year, when it was hybrid, we did everything we could to get them back on campus as soon as possible. So we did do those little dividers and everything else, but it got our students back on campus, and that's what counted. And so we're happy to see them on campus now and enjoying learning in person. We try and find new ways for learning and engaging students, whether it's at the hospital, in one of our new science classrooms, or in our wellness center, which we just received word yesterday was awarded the California School Boards Association Golden Bell Award. It's at South Hills High School, and it is a whole center that was designed with community support for students, helping students, and a peer counseling pathway. So I just wanted to share those few words with you, and thank you. Our mission this year is to connect, to care, show we care, and to create new ways of learning for our students. And thank you. And now I have the pleasure of introducing our Teacher of the Year, Miss Yamina Arianas. This lady is a dynamo. She actually is so dedicated to our community. By trade, she's an economics and government teacher, but you will find her at every single parent night in Spanish and English, signing people up for FAFSA, for college, helping them get into college. Last week we had our career fair at the Haynes Center, and Yamina alone signed up and completed the FAFSA with about 100 parents just last Thursday. She's incredible. She's worked for us for over 15 years. She does everything for students. She really epitomizes servant learning and teaching and leadership. And I just couldn't say anything more about her. She's just amazing. So, thank you.
I'd like to say that I'd like to thank those of you that go and take your time and volunteer at the local schools, those of you that are a part of the Lions Club, Kiwanis, the Rotary. When you come into our high schools and to our middle schools and you help our students and you teach them about developing their community and growing and serving their community, it truly does revolutionize their experience at school. I'm one of those kids. Growing up, I was from a broken home, definitely going to be a statistic, but with the help of my college and career advisor, my history teacher, my English teacher, and the volunteers who came over to my high school from Northrop to help me with my calculus, I was able to go to UCLA and graduate from there. But I can only say that I did that because of the help and belief of my teachers and the community members who wanted to support us. I truly was humbled to receive the award, the District Teacher of the Year, because there are so many phenomenal teachers dedicating their lives to their students. But I am honored, and I hope that as you go out into the communities, specifically West Covina and Covina, that you always realize there are young children watching you, looking up to you, and admiring the things you do. Please have a good evening. Thank you very much for having me.
Congratulations. Thank you.
I would like to thank Dr. Enenheiser and Dr. Lacqua, for your presentations this evening. Our schools are extremely important to the success of the city, and we look forward to our continued partnership. I would like to make mention that Roland Unified School District was not able to attend this evening as they had a conflicting schedule with their school board meeting. Now, without further ado, I'd like to call back Madam Mayor Lopez-Viado for one of the main events of the night for the State of the City presentation.
Thank you. So thank you again. I know our school districts have gone through some drastic changes due to the pandemic, but they have seriously thrived. So thank you, everyone, students, parents, and community as a whole. So let's give them another round of applause. So thank you, teachers, schools, and everyone. So tonight I stand here proud to share the accomplishments of our city, but more importantly, to take the time to show our appreciation for our employees and public safety officials. This city would literally not function without you. So thank you for being here tonight, along with your friends and family, as we celebrate and share in your success and our accomplishment as a city. This year, we have seen changes in the way we function as a government and as people. We have gone from a reactive approach, trying to get our residents, hospitals, schools, and most vulnerable the PPE they needed, to a proactive approach, ensuring our residents continue to have the resources they need and finding innovative ways of improving services. I am extremely proud of the work our entire community has put in then. And now, as we continue to navigate through this pandemic, I mean, if you really think about it, at the beginning, no one knew what to expect with this whole COVID-19, and then the following shutdowns happened. Luckily, the mayor at that time was Tony Wu. So, Tony, please stand up. He basically got shut down too. So sorry. So didn't see a lot of thumbs up, as if you know him, throughout the whole year, and not sure if you guys attended his State of the City, but it was a cute little book here. It's our first book here. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It accomplishes all of 2020. So thank you. This is Tony, State of the City, and we just wanted to thank you very much. And he will always be forever known the pandemic mayor. So let's give him a round of applause. So let's take a look at our finance. While COVID has proved to be a challenge, West Covina is pushing forward. We are entering a new era where we are aggressively working to improve our services and economic status. As many of you heard, West Covina was listed as the 9th city in the worst financial standing from the state audit. Well, I'm here to tell you that is history. Take a look at our budget. I know, that's history, bye-bye. If you take a look at our budget, our general fund unassigned balance has significantly increased from an all-time low of $9.8 million in fiscal year 2018-2019 to a now upward trend where we are officially anticipating over $18 million in reserves. This is huge. Robin Bird, please stand up. She's our finance director. A big shout out to her. Thank you so much for doing an incredible job in our finances. She saved us lots of money. Not only have we managed to improve our reserves, but we also refinanced our pension payments that lowered the city's interest rate from 7% to 3.72%, giving the city a net present value savings of $52.7 million. Let me say that again, a savings of $52.7 million. We are very confident in the direction and future of West Covina, so much so that we continue to pursue even more. In the last fiscal 2021-2022 budget, we hired 10 additional police officers, 10 additional public works staff members, and 10 additional code enforcement officers. All this was done to not only improve the safety of our community, but also to help beautify our city. Good job, thank you. Now on to our economic development, new businesses. We are not even close to being done. We also have tremendous improvement in our economic development department. Should we give Paulina a round of applause? She worked very hard on this part. This year alone, we have welcomed 155 new businesses, some of which I'm sure you know: Laserland, Floor and Decor, Macy's Backstage, Rero's, and S'moreology. Have you tried their s'mores? It's on fire. Rero's, awesome. You have to try these. It's really good. You should all check it out. And anyway, this is just naming a few businesses that we have welcomed. So thank you, Paulina, for this. There are many more exciting projects that are on their way. It's no wonder Verizon News named West Covina #1 in the state and #2 in the country as most business-savvy city. So here we are, West Covina on the map again. About housing. On top of all new businesses, we also have increased housing projects in our city. We have 3 major developments scheduled to be completed in the next few years that will bring 361 additional housing units in our community. These 3 new developments are Vincent Place, Walnut Grove, and Cameron 2. Vincent Place will feature a 119-unit residential community. Walnut Grove will have a 158-unit residential community, and West Cameron 2 will be an 84-unit residential community. Both Vincent Place and Walnut Grove sites were acquired from the Covina Valley Unified School District. So with this big purchase and the new property tax that will be coming into the school district, we should be expecting to see new improvements from our school, right, Covina Valley? Yes? They're still here, but no pressure. Here, Queen of the Valley expansion. With new housing, we have the responsibility to improve not only our infrastructure, our facilities, our parks, but also our hospital services. We know how important it is to have an effective and functional hospital in our community, and we are very lucky to have one. Our hospital, which they are here with us this evening, Emanate Health, Queen of the Valley, is slated to undertake their biggest expansion in its history. The hospital will be expanding to have a new 30,000 square foot emergency room, a renovated intensive care unit, and a new parking structure with a capacity of 400 cars. It will also include a new medical office building, an ambulatory surgery center, and more importantly, a cancer center. This project is in its first phase of construction, and we are very excited to see the completion of this entire expansion. So thank you, Emanate Health. On to capital improvement projects. I had mentioned that we have the responsibility to improve the infrastructure, facilities, and our parks as well. In terms of infrastructure, West Covina completed capital improvement projects that included a 2.8 million square feet street rehab project and also completed the pavement rehab at Cortez Park parking lot. We are continuing to invest with upcoming scheduled projects throughout the city that include fixing the bathrooms at Cameron Park, replacing existing sewer main lines on a portion of Azusa Avenue, and additional street rehabilitation projects throughout the city. Now, we have our maintenance and graffiti. In addition, I want to give a major shout out to our maintenance workers who are doing all the heavy duty work in our city. So maintenance workers, please stand up. They are the heart of the city. During the whole pandemic, you cleaned our city. Thank you. They have actively cleaned 25 miles of sewer main lines, cleaned 600 storm drain catch basins, and repaired damaged asphalt at major intersections. I also want to give out a shout out to our code enforcement officers for working actively to address not only code enforcement issues, but graffiti. We have seen an increase in graffiti calls this year, but we thank our staff for working hard, acknowledging these issues and cleaning them up. Actually, Councilwoman Diaz and I also went out to help clean graffiti. Once we cleaned it one day, and let me tell you, they are working hard. Sorry, councilmen, what happened? It took the ladies to get the job done, so what can I say? Woman power. Thank you, Councilwoman Diaz. There we are. We were cleaning. There, shows proof. Central Median Improvement Projects. I'm also very excited to share that we are working with the San Gabriel Valley Conservation and Services Corps to revamp our medians, bringing color and life back to them. This will have a huge impact in beautifying our great city. You will see a magnificent change in beautifying our city streets in West Covina. So when you come by driving next time, you'll see all our medians beautifully improved. So we look forward to that. We're improving. About improving city facilities energy project, as far as improving our facilities go, we have approved $1.6 million investment to upgrade our fire stations. We also approved solar upgrades to our senior center, Cameron Community Center, City Hall, and energy efficient upgrades including LED lights, new transformers, cool roofs at Shadow Oak Park and City Hall, as well as new HVACs. Talking about coming into the light. Among other improvements, the long-awaited bathrooms at Shadow Oak Park is also on the line. All of these great improvements are being completed in phases, with the entire project being anticipated to be completed by spring 2022. That's next year. This improvement will not just cut down on our power consumption, but give us the energy savings we need. Again, saving us money on those energy bills. The playground improvements, so many wonderful projects has been happening in our city. But one that I'm extremely proud of and also passionate about is our park improvements. Parks are places our children and families go to gather, and I have always pursued making sure that all issues get addressed and that our parks are safe and clean for our community. In such, this year we held the ribbon cutting for our brand new Shadow Oak Park playground. This city will also be moving forward with replacing the existing pour-in-place rubberized safety surfacing at Palmview Park, Aroma Park, and Walmarado Park. Also, as of last month, our council awarded 2 contracts for new playgrounds at Cortez Park and Friendship Parks, which are anticipated to be completed by early 2022. So all these are happening. Next year, you're gonna see a whole new, brand new West Covina. And here we are today at the Sportsplex. Another major change this year is the Sportsplex right now where we are gathered. I just wanted to let you know, if you haven't seen outside, we have 6 replica MLB baseball. So the city took charge of our beautiful Sportsplex and have started renting out the facility. We have welcomed over 10,000 visitors and hosted over 360 baseball and softball games. There is still so much more to come soon. There will actually be a fantastic event being hosted here this Saturday to celebrate Filipino History Month. So feel free to stop by this weekend. This Saturday we'll be having more than about 100 vendors, special performances, and more fun for the whole family. It will be open from 10 to 6 p.m. I will be there, and I hope to see you here again at our beautiful Sportsplex. More importantly, public safety. Let's recognize all the police and fire staff, so may they all stand up. Public safety holds dear to me. Our public safety officials have always been ready to serve and protect our residents, whether it's during a regular day or fun events. We seriously cannot thank you enough for your service. Both our fire and police departments are fantastic. They're A, quality, and are also working hard to both our fire and police departments are fantastic, and they're working hard to upgrade equipment to serve our community with more powerful technology. Just to name a few, our fire department received a grant money to upgrade the rescue ambulance from manual gurneys to power assist stretchers and power loaders. They were also able to get Lucas cardiac compression devices to increase the survivability of cardiac arrest victims. The police department has also recently launched our flock camera system this August. As of this week, the flock cameras have led to a recovery of 38 stolen vehicles and 43 arrests. That's incredible. Yeah. So we just put this flock camera system, which I'm super proud of, and I can't wait to see what the numbers are at the very end of the year. So they, public safety, deserve another round of applause, so thank you. There is absolutely much more I can say about the improvements happening in our public safety department, but I can see you are all anxious to get to tonight's award ceremony. So in closing, there are so many thank yous I wanted to give, but one person I wanted to personally thank is our city manager, Dave Carmody. Please stand up. Thank you for helping execute the vision of this council and for leading our city staff every single day. You are the man, so thank you. I also want to thank our council for always having our residents' best interest in mind and working hard to make sure our city continues to thrive, and for ensuring that our residents get the best services and resources. Therefore, tonight, we look to the bright future of our city. Tonight, we reestablish and continue the pursuit of a more vibrant, safe, and proud city. Tonight, we honor all of our community members and city employees for their contributions to the success of our city. And lastly, tonight, we are united as one West Covina. So thank you so much and enjoy the award ceremony. You all are the best, seriously. You are wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone.
I would like to now call up my boss, Dave Carmody.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Mayor, for those kind words. That wasn't in the script I saw. She went a little off script. There's a Dodger game tonight. Anybody heard of that? Okay, it's a 5 clap. With me now. Let's go, Dodgers! All right, we don't want to rub it in. It's my great privilege to recognize the workers that are really the heart and the soul of the city. We don't think about them in their daily work. I can tell you these are the folks that, together with the public safety team, got us through the pandemic. I have to make mention before I get to it, I was never prouder of our police department last May when on the evening news the other towns in this county were burning. Our guys kept us safe. They worked with the highway patrol. They blocked off the off-ramps to the freeway. They worked with Athens. They put 90-yard bins in front of the Eastland Shopping Center. So when those knuckleheads came here, they weren't welcome. Our fire department, during the pandemic, stepped up. Normally they run 20 calls a day. They were running 40. They kept us healthy. And now I'm going to recognize the people behind the scenes at City Hall that have really gone above and beyond. First, we have a Ripple Effect Award, which recognizes and honors the value of teamwork. This is an employee who makes a difference that is felt not only within their own department, but in our other departments as well. Michelle Webb. Michelle exemplifies the teamwork that gives us the edge and makes winners of all of us. Michelle did just that, made us all winners. She has performed exceptionally as an HR analyst for the city. Her professionalism and tireless dedication epitomize the city's core values and clearly demonstrate to the City of West Covina staff that she always looks to find the best outcome for all involved. She's responsible for all recruitments. We're now running like 30 recruitments. And she's completed over 80 recruitments in the last year from 20 to 21. In addition, she's the lead person throughout the COVID pandemic, coordinating with all the local providers to test nearly 400 employees and their immediate families. She's the point of contact on COVID-19 cases. And since the pandemic outbreak, on average, the city's had less than 4 cases per month. We're a leader thanks to her good work. On top of our recruitments and being the lead person on COVID-related matters, she assists with benefits administration, negotiations, and acts like the backup for any other HR risk management associated duties. She is a true team player. Thank you, Michelle. This year's Customer Whisperer Award recognizes the value of customer service. We can take a photo. Absolutely. Michelle, I want you to say a few words. She's very shy. We're going to put her on the spot.
It's my pleasure to be able to serve the employees of the City of West Covina and the community, and I just thank you for this award.
Eric Vargas, we have a Customer Whisperer Award, which recognizes the value of customer service. This goes to an employee who knows how to handle even the most challenging customer service encounters. Eric has been a committed West Covina employee for over 17 years. Throughout those years, he's moved between departments, making friends wherever he goes, with coworkers and with residents. In his current position at the Senior Center, Eric works closely with our senior community and has built a strong rapport with them. He goes above and beyond to ensure our seniors receive their weekly meals, that they have someone that checks in on them, and is sure to guarantee they have a pleasant time at our events. Eric? And I know Eric will say a couple of words.
Thank you very much. I do love what I do. I'm thankful to see everyone here together. It's been a long time, and I'm very happy, and I thank my fellow employees I do work with, and I do got happy that I get to meet a lot of new people and hopefully get to work with them too. Thank you very much.
Wait, one more. Sorry.
Eric actually decorated this whole place for you, so thank you, Eric.
Our next award recognizes the value of professionalism. This is an employee who goes above and beyond to represent the city professionally and takes extreme pride in serving the public. Brian Lewis, come up here. Brian is a 24-year employee. He started here as a part-time maintenance worker, and he's been promoted through the ranks. He was recently promoted to maintenance services coordinator. He oversees the sewers and related street paint crew. He's worked all facets of maintenance department and is always willing to help his team members. He has a proactive attitude and is an asset to the community. There's no problem that's too big or too small for him. He just wants to get the job done. He's such a team member, and he's very humble that he wants his whole team to be recognized. Brian would like to say a couple words.
So this is really not about me. It's about the maintenance guys. We've been busting our humps up here for 2-3 months to get this thing ready. The fields, everything. So those guys back there, they should get all the credit. John runs this place, Mike Cressup, Ricardo, Dave Brinkanier, Phil, Jeffrey, George, Nick, Jose, everybody, Rick, everybody. So you can't do it by yourself. So that's it. Thank you.
We've been through some tough times fiscally, and the pandemic has not helped with that. This is our Fiscal Hero Award, recognizes the value of fiscal responsibility. This is an employee who always looks for innovative and cost-effective solutions to provide service to the public. Stephanie Sikama, you come up. Stephanie is our Assistant Finance Director. She comes to us from Texas, where she served as an Assistant City Manager and Finance Director for over 12 years in 5 different cities. She has a master's degree in public administration from the University of Houston and a bachelor's degree in poli-sci from Texas A&M. She's a certified government finance officer. She came to us in March of this past year and has been instrumental in establishing policies and procedures in finance to ensure sound fiscal internal controls. She's been a key player in administering the COVID-19 relief monies, monitoring our city grants. She's streamlined our processes and saved the city money in the process. We're quite fortunate to have her as a member of our team. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Thank you. I've only been here for 6 months now, and I'll say that I feel like just another member of the team. It's a very welcoming organization to work for, and I'm very proud to be here.
I would like to say one thing. She's an Astros fan.
I heard you.
So I actually wanted to give one award as well. It's the Mayor's Award, and I felt this employee has drastically improved our city with innovation things that we have done. So for this, I'd like to award our Code Enforcement Manager, Mylan. So when I was door knocking, a lot of the residents' complaint was code enforcement, you know, whether they're neighbors, trash, or everything that has been occurring. And as I've always said, we'd like to see our city clean, safe, and beautiful. And since he came along, we have seen drastic improvements. So the Go app request that everyone has been using, he developed that app and he implemented in our city. So that was a huge improvement that assisted. He also, he had a better tracking system. So he improved the whole system. There's just ways, and he organized everything. And so I just wanted to say thank you, and hopefully with the 2 new employees that is coming along, that they can continue to beautify our community. So balancing the hard work with code enforcement, and he works with the community. So he has a difficult job, and he's an asset to our city, and I just wanted to thank you so much for improving our city. He takes care of all that code enforcement issues, including graffiti removal, like remove graffiti.
Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council, thank you very much for this recognition. This past year, my staff and I have worked very hard to try to improve and clean areas of the community and make the city a better place to live. I'd like to recognize my 3 officers that carried the burden throughout this year: Oscar Herrera, Robert Ramirez, and Adam Davis. Stand up, guys. I'd also like to recognize our support staff of Hosanna Connor, Sarah Garcia, and Tiffany Parga, who assist with our paperwork and stuff throughout the day, as well as the support we receive from planning, building, engineering, police, and fire, who collaborate with my staff on a daily basis. As noted tonight, the City Council recently approved for the addition of 10 code enforcement officers for my division. With these additional officers, we'll now be able to deploy 2 dedicated officers to each of the 4 reporting districts in the city. Also dedicate 2 officers to commercial properties and vendors and other problems in the city. With these additional officers, we'll have a great impact in improving the quality of life throughout this city. Mayor, members of the council, I've spent the last 36 years working in the field of code enforcement, and it is truly a pleasure to work for a mayor and council that places such an emphasis on improving the quality of life for the community that they serve. Thank you.
Congratulations to all our City Hall employee winners. While we can only recognize a few, we appreciate the hard work, the dedication, and the commitment of all of our team members. Can I please have all of our staff that's here stand up, and if we could give them a round of applause. All of our city staff. Next, I'd like to welcome our Police Chief, Richard Bell, to introduce the Police Department Awards. Richard Bell.
All right, I might be a little dangerous with this mic up here. I would like to say this venue turned out really, really, really nice, so job well done for everyone. The West Covina Police Department has had a proud tradition of integrity and service since its inception in 1937. Today, we are honored to recognize members of the police department who, through their actions, have exemplified the department's core values and have allowed the department to continue to provide the highest quality of service to our community. Before we begin tonight's presentation, please allow me to briefly acknowledge the 2019 Police Department Award recipients. They were not publicly recognized last year due to the pandemic restrictions, so we were forced to have small gatherings in the police department via Zoom. Please join me in recognizing our 2019 Life Saving Award and Employee of the Year recipients by giving them a big round of applause. So I would like to begin the presentation with our Life Saving Award. The department's Life Saving Award is presented to recognize the actions of department personnel that result in the saving or preservation. Is that good enough? No. You want me to hold it? Yeah, if you don't mind. How about that? Is that good? Yeah. All right. Use my big boy's voice here. The department's Life Saving Award is presented to recognize the actions of department personnel that result in the saving or preservation of human life which otherwise would have been lost without the employee's direct involvement. To provide some background and information about our department in the area of medical aid response, each year our public safety dispatchers who staff the city's communication center receive over 100,000 calls for police-related services and approximately 35,000 calls through the 911 system for both police and fire responses annually. Our police department personnel, our dispatchers, are dispatched and responded to over 300 medical aid assistant calls for service each year, oftentimes arriving first on scene due to their deployment in the field 24 hours a day. For our life-saving award, I would like to call Officers Christopher Casas and Corporal Stephen Detter to the stage, please. As they are walking up to the stage, On June 5th, 2021, at about 2:15 p.m. in the afternoon, Officer Casas and Corporal Detter were dispatched to a call for service regarding a 16-year-old female who was not breathing and in need of medical aid. Upon their arrival, they discovered an unresponsive female lying on her back. Officer Casas immediately checked for a pulse, at which time he noticed she did not have one and was not breathing. Officer Casas started CPR, and Corporal Detter continued to monitor for a pulse and eventually began to feel a slight pulse as the West Covina Fire Department arrived. The female was transported to the hospital by the fire department and received further treatment. Corporal Detter followed up with the family a couple days later and learned that the female underwent a procedure once at the hospital to correct a disorder which caused her medical emergency. Due to Officer Casas' quick evaluation, he determined that medical treatment, CPR, was necessary, which he immediately started. There is no doubt that Officer Casas' immediate action, along with Corporal Detter's assistant, ultimately saved her life. For their quick response and immediate medical treatment that resulted in the saving of a life, we are honored to present Officer Casas and Corporal Stephen Detter these life-saving awards. We would also like to recognize the great working relationship we have with our fire personnel and how impactful our teamwork can be to the community. They're good. For our next award, I would like to invite Officer Sam Ling to come to the stage. And as he is walking to the stage, Sam was nominated and selected by the staff for a Community Service Award. The Community Service Award is presented to an employee who distinguishes themselves by performing exceptional service with the community, and Sam has done that. Sam has been a police officer with the West Covina Police Department for over 16 years, and he has been assigned to the Homeless Outreach and Park Enforcement team since April of 2020. Sam is a very hard worker and has addressed homeless issues for the city of West Covina. Sam is very knowledgeable when it comes to the homeless and where they frequent. Patrol officers, as well as detectives, use Officer Ling to locate homeless individuals, most recently in a case where detectives went out with the robbery suspect and the suspect fled from detectives. Sam does not provide a Band-Aid approach, and he is very responsive to the community by providing short-term and long-term solutions to the homeless individuals and their families. Sam has partnered with City Yard to remove encampments on a daily basis. He also works with LASA, Union Station, which are services provided, and was successful in obtaining hotel rooms through Project Room Key and more long-term housing through Project Home Key to homeless individuals and their family. He has also partnered with entities to provide additional resources such as DMV for identification vouchers, Department of Mental Health for individuals suffering from mental health illnesses, and outside agencies with regional funding. Sam also makes arrests when needed, which allows citizens to see the impact that Sam has made upon the community. Sam is not only responsive to the community, but to the department as well. He is a team player. He is an asset to the department. He assists with peers as much as possible. Sam works a lot of overtime to assist his peers in getting off. Sam has less than 1 year left before he retires. And I just want to let you know, Sam has 2 years left before he retires. But I just want to let you know that Sam works just as hard today as he did the day he walked in. I cannot thank Sam enough for the hard work and impact to the community. Please join me in congratulating Officer Sam Lee, Community Service Award recipient.
He's part of the Hope team.
Thank you for the award. I know first person I need to thank is my wife, my beautiful wife Rose, for putting up with me being at work so much. Without her support, I would not be here, so I do appreciate, I love my wife. I want to thank Lieutenant Daniels, who's my immediate supervisor. He's been my boss since I started working as the Hope officer, and he's given me as much support as I've needed, and I appreciate the amount of freedom that he's given me to be able to try to do what I can to help the community, so I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. And Chief Bell, he's one of the most kindest person from the department. He takes care of the employees very well, and I know that we all appreciate your service to us, so thank you. I really don't have much else to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. Just so you know, we call Sam all hours of the day and night to assist with a number of issues in the city, and he always responds. So thank you, Sam. And now the final segment of the presentation will be for our Employee of the Year awards. These awards are nominated and chosen by our staffs. So, I would like to begin by asking our Civilian Employee of the Year Community Service Officer, Alexis Napolis, to please join me on the stage. Alexis began her career at the West Covina Police Department as a cadet in 2017, and she was promoted to CSO a year later. After completing her field training, she worked in patrol. After working a short time in patrol, she was selected to a new position created to meet the demand and growing needs to progress to the social media aspect of the police department. Her energetic, self-motivated, and personality made her the perfect person for this new demanding position. She's gonna smile, and I'm telling you, it's infectious. She's just great. When she was selected to the community relations position, our social media presence was mainly on Facebook. In order to reach a broader range of residents, our guest, she increased the presence of Twitter and Instagram. Our Instagram account had 2,000 followers when she took over the program. Within the first year, she increased our followers to over 10,000. And today, we currently have approximately 13,600 followers on our Instagram. This enables the department to reach and communicate with the West Covina residents as well as those who visit the city and follow the department on social media. On top of building our social media presence, she took on the project of designing the police department's first annual review. This took a lot of time, creativity, and hard work. And she's working on number 2 for this year already. She was extremely organized, and she made sure that the project was on track and completed on time, and I appreciate that. If you have not seen it, it is on our website, and it is something to see. There are several cities out there that have started to send out an annual review, but the one that Alexis completed is far and above what is out there. Additionally, Alexis also assists detectives in the Detective Bureau. She helps the homicide detectives put together their homicide books. She puts together videos and is a member of the Forensic Identification Unit as an assistant. There is no doubt Alexis has progressed our social media presence as well as the Public Information Officer program into the future. She is always looking for ways to make posts more informative. She plans community events and updates the department messages on a daily basis. She is such a hard worker and has such an infectious personality that every business she coordinates with for an event, yes, they ask to hire her. She embraces technology and uses it so that the department always has a professional appearance on a social media platform and with the media. She takes phone calls on the weekends and often works on projects at home while on her days off, like a lot of our employees. Appreciate that. And most recently, she completed a newly weekly update report for the City Council while at home on her birthday. We are grateful to have Community Service Officer Alexis Napoles as a member of our West Covina family and is more than deserving of this year's Civilian of the Year award. Thank you, Alexis.
I just want to thank everybody here for tonight. Thank you to my loved ones, to all my partners at the department. It's not possible without any of you. Most importantly, thank you to all the community members. I do see messages, comments, likes, reactions, and the support's amazing. So thank you, everybody. This is a great time. Thank you.
All right, we're almost done. Two more. Our next award is for Dispatcher of the Year, and I would like to call on Senior Operator Judy Turner to please come up to the stage. The department's public safety dispatchers are oftentimes the unsung heroes of the city's emergency response team. These professionals who gather essential information from callers and dispatch to appropriate first responders to the scene. They must be able to take control of the situation that may be chaotic, heart-wrenching, stressful, confusing, and frenzied. The department's dispatchers have a dual responsibility of dispatching for both police and fire and are on the front line of customer service and relations for our community. This year's Dispatcher of the Year recipient, Judy Turner, was chosen by her supervisors and peers for a number of reasons. Judy has been serving the city of West Covina in the dispatch center for over 29 years. She was hired in the dispatch center in 1992 and promoted to senior dispatcher in 2017. She has trained numerous dispatchers during this time. Judy recently received a letter of appreciation from one of our detectives praising Judy for how she handled a highly sensitive call from a victim that was scared and whispering throughout the call because the suspect was still in the apartment. Judy remained calm and clear on what information she needed from the victim. She kept her composure, yet showed compassion for what the victim was going through. The information she was able to get during the critical call assisted the detectives with the case. The 911 recording was played in court and had an impact on the case against the suspect. Judy is our go-to for everything fire-related. She knows all aspects of her job extremely well, but fire dispatch became her passion when her son, who's present, became a fire explorer with West Covina. Being the mom that she is, she wanted to learn all she could about how dispatch could better assist and interact with the fire department. She has many contacts at the fire department and has an excellent rapport with them. Her son has since gone on to work for LA County Fire. Judy is an excellent trainer and gives everything she has to the new hires. She will go above and beyond, changing her work schedule to accommodate them, to better assist the trainees. Judy can always be counted on to fill many vacancies we face. Judy was part of a team that rewrote our new training manual, which was a daunting task. Thank you for that. With our new CAD system, there was not a manual to support our incoming trainees. Judy took on the fire portion of the training manual, rewriting it so our trainees would know what to do on all calls involving the fire department, which is a beast in itself. She was also part of the message switch portion, which teaches new hires how to enter a variety of things from stolen property, stolen vehicles, missing people, into the system that allows the police to locate these things and people. Judy plans on retiring. It's the common theme here. Judy plans on retiring in April, and she will sorely be missed by us all. Please join me in congratulating Senior Operator Judy Turner for Dispatcher of the Year.
I'm honored to be here. I appreciate the recognition, and I want to give a shout out to my son and my fellow dispatchers, Mary and Janelle, that are here. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. For our final award, I would like to present this award to Officer Lori Pruitt with the Officer of the Year Award. Lori, can you make your way to the stage? And just so you know, Lori is the most tenured officer we have in the department. She has the lowest ID number. She's been with us for a very long time. The Officer of the Year medal is awarded to the officer for services that is based upon exceptional performance of duty, clearly above that which is normally expected for a 12-month period. The award consists of a medal, ribbon, and a citation. In addition, our Officer of the Year recipient is also presented with a timeless department artifact, which is passed from one Officer of the Year to the next. And I will let a representative from the Police Department Association, Corporal Stephen Detter, make that presentation in just a moment. So he's already here, and you already see it. All right. Lori Pruitt has been with the West Covina Police Department for 30 years. She began her career in 1991 as a cadet. In May of 1994, she became a sworn police officer, ID number 305. During her career with the West Covina Police Department, Lori has worked several assignments to include SRO, FIU. She was a great instructor, patrol officer, and now, in her current position, a detective. Lori currently works a very, very, very tough caseload in sex crimes. She works the sex crimes desk, investigating sex-related crimes, elder abuse, child abuse, and internet crimes against children. Lori is very passionate about her caseload and the victims associated with the cases she works. Lori's passion and hard work are evident in her daily efforts. Lori reorganized the 290 sex resident files and brought the police department into compliance with the DOJ 290 record-keeping requirements. She was instrumental in helping the department in cataloging and moving the DNA-related evidence into a more climate-friendly storage environment. Lori has personally gone out of her way to be the voice of the victims of crimes. Lori was recently recognized by the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors for her dedication and work with the victims of crime and given a supervisory scroll. Lori is also currently working with Post to make training videos for officers on how to respond and deal with victims of sex crimes. That's awesome. Lori Pruitt is the prime example of team player. She goes out of her way to assist her fellow officers and detectives. Whenever they call her day or night, Lori has established herself as an expert in her field and a leader within the Detective Bureau. She has become a positive example for all West Covina officers to emulate and is a credit to this department. It is my great honor and privilege to present Detective Lori Pruitt with the West Covina Department Officer of the Year Award.
I just want to say it's an honor to get this award. Thank you for everybody. Thank you to my daughter. She puts up with me a lot of times, coming home late. I want to thank my best friend, Patsy, who is always on the phone with me, my partner that came tonight to see it, and everybody that I work with in the Detective Bureau, my supervisors. They put up with everything. We have a good team back there, our command staff. So I just want to say thank you very much. It's an honor to work here.
And I know you guys are wondering what this artifact is for, so I'm going to have Corporal Stephen Detter just give a little brief explanation as to why we do this and that sort of thing.
The history with the owl is, I guess, back in the 70s, it was given as a gift, as a joke, and it's one of the traditions that's just kept going with the police department. It's given every year to the Officer of the Year, and it's meant to be hung in your house so everyone can see. And then when they ask about it, you can let them know that you got it for Officer of the Year from the West Covina. So on behalf of the West Covina POA, congratulations.
I'd just like to emphasize that's supposed to be in the house, not the garage. That concludes the Police Department Awards. Congratulations to all the recipients tonight. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Chief Bell, and congratulations to all the winners. Up next, I'm going to call up Fire Chief Vince Capelli to introduce the Fire Department Awards.
Full house. Can everybody hear me? Yes. No? Mic closer. Can you hear me now? Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Fire Department recognition portion of the night. I'm excited about that. It's the first time for me doing this like this. I'd like to thank the mayor, the city council, and the city staff for putting this all together. It came out pretty nice. Just take the time and stop and honor our public safety and the other city employees. It's good that we're able to do that. I'd like to welcome everybody that's come out from the fire department to support our awardees, their family, their spouses, and their extended family that's here. It's good to see a lot of us out here together in the fire family, as we call it. I would also like to welcome Adam Arambula. Did I say it correctly? He went to the bathroom. Adam is the young man who we responded on our life-saving award, and he's here today. So we thank Firefighter Jill Seguero for bringing him here. Here he is. There's Adam. We'll hear more about Adam in a little bit. As everyone's aware, we had a pandemic in February, March 2020, all through 2020, and still going through in 2021. The fire department did a lot to work through that, and everybody had to deal with it in many different ways. But the fire department, we were responding to calls for service. We were out there. We were dealing with the patients that were sick, helping them, going to the hospitals. It was very daunting on these guys and girls in the fire department doing all the work that they had to do. And I would like everybody to just give a round of applause for all the firefighters. Round of applause for all the firefighters. And we can't forget their family that had to deal with not knowing. I mean, a lot of the stuff we didn't know about in the very beginning, and we had to deal with it, coming home, quarantine. The stories I've heard, wives didn't want firefighters in the house, stay in the garage, stay in the backyard, clean off before you come in. I mean, we were still learning everything. And so they had to deal with all that and then come to work, as well as run more calls, as city manager stated. So the family, thank you very much for dealing with all that. And for me, I would have to definitely thank my wife, who's over there, who's going to be mad that I thanked her. Dealing with everything I had to deal with, calls at 2 o'clock in the morning, all night, all day, of all the changes. Are we following the rules? Are we not following the rules? We ask those questions many, many times, and it changed daily. So thank you. I also am aware that it's very difficult for the fire department staff that was working in the thick of the brush and the care and treatment of the sick and related to the pandemic. But also while we were doing that, we had unprecedented brush fires last year and this year. And West Covina, in the history of the West Covina Fire Department, we responded and helped our mutual aid partners last year and this year. It was very, very pleasant to be full staff and to be able to go out there and be a partner in the region. And we did that as well as dealing with a pandemic. We were not able to honor our members in 2020 for obvious reasons, which we will do that tonight. When it comes to 2020 and 2021, it's really hard actually to pick who's firefighter of the year or who's did this or who. I mean, the level of work they had to do, everybody is a hero in 2021 and did a great job in the fire department. But we were able to narrow it down. We were able to vote as peers, and we decided who the awards are going to be, which we're going to do that tonight. The West Covina Fire Department works under the core values of integrity, pride, and dedication. All our awardees understand that and are deserving of the honor. The awards are nominated on by each of our peers within the fire department. We're ready. The first awards are for two individuals that are not here. The 2020 Organizational Excellence is a long-term dedication in the area of safety and excellence, customer service, and professionalism. That was awarded to Todd Stowe. He's not here because he's probably in Arizona on his boat. He retired after 2020, but he still was voted on by his peers, so we still want to recognize that. And we will get his award to him. The 2021 Customer Service goes to Peter Hector. Peter Hector is also not able to make it here tonight, but voted on by his peers, the customer service to the internal customer, the external customer, and what he does every day in the community. So we thank Peter Hector. I would like to call up Brent Ham, Edgar Vela, and Joe Seguero to the stage. So on April 1st, the crew of Engine 3 and Rescue 1 responded to Monte Vista Elementary School for what was reported to be a seizure. Captain Ham and his crew, the paramedics Joe Seguero and Edgar Vela, responded there, and the engine company, who usually arrives on scene first, realized this was not a seizure. This 11-year-old boy was in full cardiac arrest. They quickly started doing their work. They started providing life-saving care, and then the paramedics got on scene, continued life-saving care, and the whole crew transported to the hospital. The teamwork, they worked together, gave excellent care, and we were able to have Adam here tonight. He had full recovery from this incident. So please give a round of applause to Adam. The quick work of the engine company getting there and realizing this is not a seizure, this was a cardiac arrest, and they jumped in there and started life-saving measures. In West Covina, we were able to do that with our fire engines, and it was a great job. So I thank you guys. You definitely are awesome. Picture? Joe wants to talk. You don't want to talk? You don't have to. See. Yes, Joe is our MC.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the Lord for allowing our crew to be there that day. It was an emotional day. I have kids of my own. And when we found Adam, he was lifeless. He was dead. And we did our job, and we just happened to be there. So thank God for that.
Thanks again, gentlemen. I would like to call up firefighter paramedic Phil Brown. The smile is always there. So, firefighter paramedic Phil Brown is our 2020 Firefighter of the Year, and as I stated earlier, voted upon his peers. The Firefighter of the Year award is given to the member who exemplifies the standards of excellence in service to the department, the community, and the fire service. Some of the examples are heroic act, innovative ideas or actions with result improvements, improved safety, to name a few. So firefighter paramedic Phil Brown has exemplified the portion of the description of exceptional accomplishments, achievement, initiative, leadership, outstanding service. There was actually 3 different people who nominated Phil Brown last year for Firefighter of the Year. So it was no choice. I mean, he got it. Firefighter Brown has been one of the employees, my tenure here at West Covina, it's always come with, hey, we have this problem, we have this issue. But he does the old saying, don't come with a problem without a solution. He's always come with a solution. He's always calling me on the side and saying, hey, we got this idea. I found this out from our fire department. Well, he realized in the short time he's been here, which is 7 years? 5 years, 5 years. Oh, 5 years, that we were not serving the community in the areas of urban search and rescue and hazmat. Among some areas, and he decided that, you know what are the other departments doing? So he went out and was able to get a lot of our members, not a lot of them, a few of our members trained in urban search and rescue. He reached out to the training in the region, and with his hard work and dedication for urban search and rescue, we now have a number of employees that work every day that can assist in the response to an urban search and rescue event. With that, we've also been asked to be part of California Regional Task Force 2, which is with 7 other departments, to which we are part of a task force that the state can call or the federal government can call and we respond to emergencies. So that is great that we can do that. We still have a lot more work to do in urban search and rescue, which I'm sure he has a list for me. The one I got this week was, hey, we got 3 pilots now, we need our drone, because there's no regional assets for drones. I'm working on that. Also, he understand that we were shortfall in hazard materials, and he was able to, I don't know if he bribed them or talked a couple people into going to training, bribed, he said. So we were able to get 2 fully qualified hazard materials technicians, which is 6 classes that these individuals had to go to, and they completed. So now we have 2, and we're hoping to get 4 more within the next 12 months. We secured some grant money for that training. All of the knowledge, skills, and abilities that are gained from these training and modules make us better prepared for the fire department to respond to emergencies. And I mean, I can't say enough. It's a no-brainer that Firefighter Brown cares about the community, cares about the fire service, and is always doing something to make it better. Thank you.
I didn't know there was a speech portion, but it's an honor, especially given the company of guys that I work with. I want to thank Chief Capelli, the assistant chiefs, and the former acting chief over there for giving us the resources to do this stuff. And, you know, it's been fun. A lot of guys have jumped on board. So, and my wife, Kadrin, she's put up with me going to all the classes, and all the fire wives and families, and especially right now, they do more than anyone here realizes for all of us. So just thank you. It's an honor.
And watch, the rest of the night, he'll be smiling, I promise you. Can I have Assistant Chief Mike Brown to the stage, please? So Assistant Chief Mike Brown is receiving the 2021 Unit Citation Award. The Unit Citation Award is awarded for the act of outstanding operation, teamwork, and cooperation that was performed under risk. AC Brown was deployed as a medical unit leader to the Dixie Fire. I bet a number of you in here have heard of the Dixie Fire that took place, and it was the biggest, one of the biggest fires that we've had in California. While he was on that fire, Captain Morton from the Monrovia Fire Department was working on the fire. And as the medical unit leader, Mike Brown was notified that Captain Morton was not feeling well and was slightly ill. So with the care that was given by the medical unit, Assistant Chief Brown identified that this might have been something very serious, and working with other team members decided that we should get Captain Morton to Reno, Nevada to get care rather than the local Susanville hospital, which I don't know if anybody knows where Susanville is. It's a very small, distant, rural community. We're being told that if he would have went to Susanville, that Captain Morton would not be with us. Captain Morton would not be with us today, probably. Captain Morton ended up having a cardiac arrest upon his arrival to Reno, Nevada Hospital. Assistant Chief Brown made a call down to me and said, hey, this is going on. We did this happen. I'm the closest thing to Monrovia that we have. So with approval from us and the incident, Chief Brown drove to Reno from the incident, stayed with Captain Morton, and when his wife arrived, he went above and beyond, picked her up from the hospital, got her food, got her care, got her taken care of until the Monrovia Fire Department was able to arrive, as well as the Reno, Nevada firefighters helped as well. But he didn't have to do any of that. Captain Morton was gone to the hospital, but Mike Brown went above and beyond, and that's why he's getting the unit citation. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you very much. This is one of those awards where I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, just like the engine company helping out in a cardiac arrest situation. This could happen to any member of the West Covina Fire Department, the West Covina Police Department. We're all here to serve the community, whether it's our community or the communities that are impacted by their own emergencies. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I would like to ask Engineer Carlos Galvez to the stage, please. So Engineer Carlos Galvez is our 2021 Firefighter of the Year, as nominated and voted on by his peers. I've already explained what some of the aspects are of Firefighter of the Year, but also exceptional accomplishments, achievement, initiative, leadership, outstanding service. So as with Firefighter Brown, Engineer Galvez looks for ways to make things better, sometimes just on his own. Just talking to his company officer, Carlos is always there for the community and the fire department doing things that we need. For example, he is our self-contained breathing apparatus coordinator. So he takes it upon himself, he has an extra duty, he doesn't get compensated for it, he just does a lot of work to make sure that our self-contained breathing apparatuses are, their in-service dates are good, their equipment is good, we have everything we can do with them, the masks are everything, we do our testing, there's rules we have to follow to have the standards, and with our aging equipment, the system is running its lifespan by the end of this year, and Engineer Galvez has found ways to get us equipment, get us and keep us running and running calls. So with that, he also has decided to figure out a way to get us some new BAs. He's working with some companies. We're doing some testing, some evaluation. So he stepped up and done all that. He's also been very instrumental in our station maintenance and upgrade committee. As you notice, we're doing a bunch of capital improvements. That was money was given to us. And again, just stepped up and said, I'll help. I'll decide what we need. And he took on a couple different projects. That's very helpful because we don't... everybody can't do it. We need people to volunteer, and he's done it. He's also part of our equipment and maintenance and repair committee. And especially what was noted in his nomination was that he was a mentor and a subject matter expert for aspiring engineers. And in the last engineers promotional exam, I guess he helped members promote to that, and they were successful. So I'd like to thank and congratulate Engineer Carlos Galvez, hopefully Captain soon, Galvez, for the Fire for the Year 2021.
It's an absolute honor to serve the city of West Covina. It's a dream come true. But as we all know, it takes a village for someone like me to come up and look good. But the reality is that I have an entire team of supporters behind me, starting with my wife, Veronica, who is always there to support me and push me to try to improve myself. Our support staff, obviously our fire chief and our assistant chiefs are here tonight. And most importantly, my guys over there at the cool table. Those are my bros. I love you guys. Obviously, I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank the city staff as well for all the support that you guys give us. It's always very important. And thank you for the award.
I'd like to ask Captain Mike Campbell to the stage, please. So Captain Mike Campbell is getting the Ralph E. Hardin Distinguished Service Award. It's not an award that's given out every single year. I don't know how many actually we've given out, but he is getting that. It's a very prestigious award. The employee to receive the Ralph E. Hardin Distinguished Service Award must have a minimum 10 years of service, long-term outstanding service, just giving customer service above and beyond the day-to-day member seeks out areas of need, comes with solutions to make the service better. So most of the staff and even citizens don't know probably 10% of the firefighters by name. But I would say that most of the staff, city council, dignitaries, they knew who Mike Campbell is. Because he's out there, he's a subject matter expert in a lot of stuff, and he helps keep the West Covina Fire Department serve the community as best we can. One thing is Mike was our acting chief for a couple days, for a couple months, and he reminds me every once in a while that he's a senior fire chief than me, but I remind him that it's who has 5 bugles today. The The list is long of what Mike Campbell does for the fire service and for the West Covina community and the West Covina Fire Department. It's very regularly, if you work on Mike's crew, you should be ready to work. When I go by there, or the assistant chiefs tell me, it's Mike Campbell's crew's doing this. They're preparing radios, they're preparing equipment, they're moving rigs, they're fixing doors, they're changing batteries, they're doing all kinds of stuff. They're repairing drywall. I can go on and on and on. And without the support of his crews, it couldn't get done. He's not doing it himself. But he is identifying solutions for needs. He's a subject matter expert, not only in the West Covina Fire Department, but in our region for communications, training, emergency medical services, fire ground survival, fire operations, wildland, urban search and rescue, and equipment needs. I would like to thank Captain Hamill for all he does, as he knows the service couldn't work without him. I would also like to thank his wife, who also may get mad that I identified her, for allowing us, because Mike gets called from everybody day and night on a regular basis. And he answers and tries to help. He'll figure a way to log in from somewhere and fix whatever the problem is. If it's a computer issue, communications issue, he'll help. I've heard him teaching people on a fire outside of the region how to program their radios while he's back at the station to help them serve the community they're in. Mike, I mean, it's a no-brainer what you do for the service and for the fire department at West Covina. I mean, I appreciate you, and I thank you. You're very much deserving of this award.
The chief already nailed it on the head. I feel more like a conductor of an orchestra. I got a good team that whoever's working with me, they all know they go to work. I can see my fireman over there nodding his head. I think I've heard him point that out maybe a couple times a day. The crews around me, Captain Jackson at Station 4 undoubtedly has to cover my unit. Pretty often, I hear about that too. But it takes a lot of us to get done what we do. I'd like to thank my wife the most here. She gets to deal with me 24/7, distracted from our time together. I will answer the phone and walk someone through how to do something if they've lost a password or something like that. So she gets to deal with that, and she supports me, and she also is the one who taught me how to fix the drywall at the station. So thank you guys.
That is the last award from the fire department, but as I stated in the beginning of this, the fire department and the team for the last 2 years has just worked exceptional with serving the community, with vaccine clinics, with going to the homebound clinics, and just responding to calls. I just wanted to say thank you again for all you've done during this time. Thank you, guys.
There you have it. Now you know why West Covina is the best. So round of applause. So thank you again. I want to thank the great, talented individuals who work hard to build our community, strengthen our community, and especially thank those who help keep our community safe. Now you know why we're the best again, so I have to keep reiterating that. So congratulations again to the awardees. Thank you to each staff who put all this together, and for everyone who is in attendance and stayed throughout the entire duration. So have a good night, have a lovely evening, and drive safe. Thank you.